What does it mean to carry the weight of an entire world alone? Genryūsai Yamamoto isn't just the strongest. He is the man who chose to become a flame to burn everything that threatens the Soul Society, even if it meant burning himself. For over 1,000 years, he stood at the top of the Gotei 13, the founder, the commander, the final line of defense. He wasn't a man of words or sentiment. He was the embodiment of duty. He trained generations of warriors and punished betrayal without hesitation. His gaze didn't flinch. His orders didn't waver. He once even raised his sword against his own disciples, not because he stopped loving them, but because in that moment, protecting the Soul Society meant doing the unthinkable. There was no space for personal hesitation, only for what was right. Yamamoto doesn't just fight with strength, he fights with resolve. The kind of resolve that knows the cost and accepts it anyway. And that's why he's terrifying. Not because he's evil, but because he knows full well what must be done. And he's willing to pay the price no one else dares to. This isn't the kind of strength to aspire to blindly. Because when the will to do what's right becomes absolute, it can become dangerous. Compassion can be lost in the fire. And without compassion, even righteousness can cause destruction. In the battle against Yavak, we see Yamamoto unleash the full power of his Bankai, Zanka no Tachi. Flames hot enough to erase anything. A sword that carries the heat of the sun. An aura that silences the battlefield itself. He doesn't rage. He doesn't scream. He moves like judgment incarnate. He had already lost an arm before that battle, and yet he stood, undeterred, not for revenge, but because the Soul Society needed him to stand. He's not warm, he's not comforting, but he is clear. Clear in his purpose, clear in his sacrifice. And sometimes, protecting what matters most means choosing the path no one else is willing to walk, even when it's not what you want, even when it costs you everything. Yamamoto stands as a force of nature, a flame that never flickered, a warrior who chose to bear the weight no one else could. But there's something we must remember. Even the fiercest will, if carried alone, can burn too much. Strength without compassion loses its purpose. True courage isn't just to endure or to destroy what must be destroyed. It's to remain clear in the fire, to never forget why you fight or what you're trying to protect. If the strength you've built is meant to protect others, let it burn bright, but never let it blind you. Because in the end, the flame that protects must also know when to warm and not only when to burn.
総隊長殿が怒っておられる。